Hello, welcome to my channel. This is going to be part two of working on this panel. So in part one, I started covering this up with the first layer of ivory black. So it's all saturated, all covered up, and also the sides are done. So I will continue where I left off and just continue to add more layers until I feel like it's done. So this is going to be part two, and it's going to be in segments, but I'll piece it all together and potentially probably a part three, maybe a four, but we'll see. So now this is all saturated. It's all done. This side's done, and I'm not going to waste any more of your time. We're just going to dig in and begin. And pretty much same method I was using before with the. And I purposefully don't have this fully attached because I want to be able to get to the edges up here. And again, this is leaning just slightly, so it's not going to tilt, so it'll be fine. It's probably going to shake more, but I think once I get the top part, then I can clamp it in place. But I can also brace it with my hand. And pretty much, if I want to do the bottom up, most likely just flip this around once this layer dries. So just it's one of those things where you begin and you layer up and you let it dry, and then you come back and you add on to it. I can flip the panel if I need to. For the sake of trying to do this video, having the panel in this position, makes sense. But generally, I would probably prefer to work on the floor with this laying flat. It just gives me more leverage. But it can still be done this way. But I've always worked on the floor. I just find that it's just easier. So another tip for you, if you don't necessarily have to have a fancy easel like this. I got this easel on Craigslist from someone close to where I live. It's made really well. It's really sturdy and really good wood. I got it for cheap, so you gotta definitely look on Craigslist for art supplies. Yeah, I'm actually like this, but there's going to be a twist to this layer because I'm going to be doing almost a checkered pattern. So all this is going somewhere. It's all about the composition. I don't fully know where it's going, but it's going somewhere. Just dab, 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 or jab at the panel in rapid succession to create the effect that I'm going for, and also to create texture in areas that I want to have more texture as well. Just trying to get this top part done real quick so I can I can clamp this on. It never always makes sense when you first start, when you begin, but as you continue to add to it and you start to intuitively formulate that composition that's pleasing to you, it all comes together and start to make sense. And we are definitely long ways from a finished product. And after the composition is to my heart's content, then obviously we complete the piece with a varnish, and I'll be using, when we get to that stage, I'll be using a gloss varnish for this panel. So I think so far I can stop here with this. Maybe just a little dab right here. Why not? All right, so we're gonna work on this bottom section. And with this neon, ooh, I like that. Just loving the vividness, you know? Like you can see like that contrast with the black just makes it pop. And like I said earlier, there's going to be a slight twist to this where I'll have some checkered patterns with these colors. But I can't do that. I got to wait for this to dry. So, but it's going to be interesting to see how. I think that's going to be pretty neat. You got to be, you know, flexible. You'd be amazed at what you can do when you, you know, put your mind to creating. And again, if you're not aware, just to brief history, this was started for me in 2020. So I wasn't, you know, I haven't, well, again, you know, it's just been not very long, but a lot has happened since then in terms of my creativity and, you know, my comfort zone and my, you know, my comfort level, and just the evolution of my work from, you know, what I was doing before when I started out, and what I'm doing now. So it's all a process. You got to put in time and put in work, and, you know, take some dedication, and you will grow and you will expand in your creativity, whatever that is. And when I first started out, I was trying to, because I like to draw, and I used to draw when I was little, but, you know, life happens. So, anyways, in 2020, so I started drawing again at work, right? So I was trying to figure out what the best way, like what's the best way to convey what it is I'm doing. So I thought, you know, why not just work with charcoal? So I started working with charcoal, and I like charcoal, and still to this day I still work with charcoal. That's how I started out. This is before I was painting or doing mixed media work. It was just working with charcoal. So it's just incredible how, you know, there's so much that you can do with just one color. You know, the contrast with the white background and the charcoal, and just, you know, with the shapes and the designs, and you get to add depth and perspective, and you know, like with something so simple, you can create something that's also very complex, right? So it can be complex or it can be simple, just with one color, right? Contrasted with the white background. So, but anyways, so it's been an evolution from just working with charcoal to, you know, to adding colors. It's all a mental. Everything's mental. You know, it's like your mental state will change over time, and you'll begin to incorporate new things. So fast forward from, you know, 2020 when I started out working with just charcoal, so now I work with all kinds of. I enjoy the variety, and I got to the space where I was comfortable working with colors. So, and once you open that floodgate, you know, it's you never look back, you know. But I definitely enjoy the variety. The variety is the spice of life, right? all this is going somewhere. I don't know, but it's gonna be funky. It's gonna be surreal. It's gonna be contemporary. It's gonna be captivating. I think that's the word I'm looking for. And also, came to find out that I one of my favorite colors now is the metallic teal. Up until I started using colors for my work, I never thought about teal before, at least not to a great length. But now it's like teal is one of my favorite colors now. Actually, I might actually use one of my larger panels of this size to explore metallic teal and possibly a dark red. I think that's going to be fun as well. I have something similar to that. I think should be on my website, but just that combination of teal and dark red, there's something about it. So don't be afraid to explore, try new things. You don't necessarily have to get expensive. You got to be smart about use that creativity. You can get cheap brushes from the dollar store or whatever. It's not about the tool; it's about how you use it. Obviously, use your common sense. You want to get some quality stuff, and you should know when to spend that money and when not to spend it. I don't need expensive brushes because it's not necessary. So be smart about how you use your money, especially if you work hard for it like I do. You don't just have money to blow. Um, but yeah, be open to new things and to explore and be on your comfort zone, and you'd be amazed at what you can do when you put in that time. And it can be hard, especially it's hard enough having to work a full-time gig and only to get home and still have that creative energy going. It's a lot of the times that you're tired, you don't want to create anything, you just want to relax, and that's where, like, if you're really passionate about something, you got to make time, even if it's just a little bit, even if it's just because a lot of times I'll come home but I'll be able to fit in while I come home, take my dog and go on a trail, and because I enjoy being in nature after a day's work. It's nice to decompress that way, breathing all that good oxygen, all that good air, just under the sun. Nice hike or a nice walk. It's good for me. It's good for my dog. But after that, sometimes I'll do a drawing, and so I feel like at least I accomplished something for myself that's you know not tied to my 9 to 5, right? So it's like just consistency and finding those moments to utilize that creativity and to grow it and to master it. Because if you don't practice, then you don't get better at what you do. But you get better, and and everything builds on everything else. It's like concepts come to you, and you create certain patterns, and over time, and it's like it's all of a sudden you can then weave together this beautiful tapestry. You know, it's like all these colors on a canvas. It's beautiful, but you got to put in the work and put in the time, um, and I think it's definitely worth it. You'll find that tend to I like to share and try to inspire and share insights while I'm doing what I'm doing, while I'm painting, or I think obviously my art is it's an extension of me. It's more than just the art. It's an extension of myself. So that will bleed through. um, Keep positive and practice, dedicate time, and it all adds up. It's funny how time flies, and if you're just a bit consistent, you'll go a long way with that consistency because it compounds, you know? Certainly does. So I think I will stop with this. And move on to another color. And obviously I'm switching brushes every time. So I don't want to what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to mix the paint. Because what happens is if I use the same brush, then obviously you know what happens. There's going to be contamination and I'm not going to get the color, the vibrant color that I'm going for just in its original form. Okay, just one touch of that and that's all. There's some order to the madness, you know? Some order to the seemingly chaotic, chaotic composition, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, certainly far from being done, but you know, little by little. Keep adding to it. All right. All right. So far, so good. I don't want to get too saturated because I have plans to work with these colors and get them into checkered patterns. And then right after that, then comes more of a focal point somewhere in this middle area. I don't know what it's because a lot of my work is abstract. So there's going to be an abstract. It might even be like a bird-like figure. Anyways, everything's going to be subject to your own interpretation. That's a beautiful thing about abstract art. I just always love to see the viewer's interaction with the work. You know, because everyone is going to see different things and bits in your life experiences and your life's journey. And, you know, you're going to have different emotional, it's going to conjure up different emotions with different people. And art is healing too, you know, they're just fascinating to, you know, what people see that, you know, I just find it interesting and it's fun too, you know. So I think right about now, I'm going to stop here. All of this needs to dry. So I think tomorrow I will come back. Tomorrow being Friday. And I will add on to this. So anyways, thanks for watching. And I'm going to stop here for this. This is going to be part 2. That's all for today. I'm going to go wash my brushes and get them clean and put away and have them dry for when I need them tomorrow. Again, I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you find value in my work, please like, share, subscribe. I'm definitely appreciative of your support in that manner. It means a lot to me, and I'm also trying to grow this channel as well. So much appreciated. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.